Hi, I'm very short. Thank you. Some great stories tonight. I didn't expect half of this, and there's no cliffs or mobsters or crazy people, but hopefully it'll be exciting enough. It's a bit of a love story to one of my dear friends that I met while living in Kenya, a friend who became like family, and his family became like family. So, nakupenda kama chipsi na kuku moha, which means I love you like chips and chicken. So in 2008, at the ripe old age of 29, I decided to leave New York City, where I'd spent most of my adult life, and go to Kenya to volunteer on some scientific research to support wildlife conservation and community development. But that's not the part that's the bravery, because even though I have no business in science, I knew that I would be trained and taught for whatever I needed to do. Historically, I tend to do things that I believe I will already be good at, like talking and acting and being bossy and then subsequently hopefully being charming. And I stay away from things that I think that I might fail at, like science and sports and dancing. But I'm going to go to Kenya and I'm going to learn this stuff, and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to live with volunteers from around the world's Antipodeans, Kenyans, and I'm going to study dolphins and monkeys, and it's going to be amazing. And actually, it was during the study of dolphins that I met my friend Moha. We both loved the marine research. You would be on the front of a boat out on the Indian Ocean over crystal turquoise blue waters, looking for dolphins, flying fish fanning out from the bow of the boat, sometimes seeing whales. I would be so overjoyed just to be in this experience. I would often sing off the front of the boat into the wind, thinking no one else could hear me. Turns out Moha could hear me, and decided he wanted to stand with me, and I made the condition of our standing together be that he would sing with me, which he did not want to do, but there's my bossy skill, and that worked out for us. So I was very happy later on when the Antipodeans and I and a few other friends were invited to his sister's wedding in Mombasa. Living on this island, it was a lot of rigorous physical work, no electricity, no running water. So going to a celebration was a big deal. I went out and bought the one dress that I owned in Kenya, and it was pretty cute. It had flowers, a little sleeve, but it was kind of modest. It went down, low. And I knew about modesty because I had been living in a Muslim community where I often was out teaching classes modestly with my head covered or my shoulders covered. And even though I am not someone who is good at sports, I still think most girls should have a chance to try at it. So when we would be out with a phys ed class or other extracurricular activities and it was too hot to have your hair down on your neck, I learned this one so that I could still be mobile and modest. So we went to this party, and we were very excited. I wore my dress. My friend Tess wore this cute little jean skirt. And we get there, and I have a lot of expectations about weddings. Historically, they've been a place where I get drunk, make out with a stranger, and have a great night. We get there, and immediately we are separated from the boys because it's a Muslim wedding, and I had forgotten this. And the boys go their way, and we go to where all the women are in the back. There's carpet on the alley floor. There are tapestries above making a canopy. There are sheets blocking us from the other streets. And most of the women are in scarves. Headscarves, veils. There's even a woman in a burqa. And I'm becoming very aware of my dress with the cleavage. And I'm trying to cover it with the scarf, but also the shoulders. And then my friend Tess has a short skirt, so she's trying to bring her... And we're just trying to blend in, We're trying not to stand out. There's a lot of food, there's a lot of sweet juice that we drink. Later on in the evening, after a bit of shuffling and trying to be modest, the juice kicks in, all this sugar, and the party starts to take off. These women who are wearing scarves start to take them off, start to dance, start to cheer. You can hear a bit of noise, kind of little 8-year-old girls are dropping it like it's hot. Like, I had no idea these girls had these moves. I want to take classes from them. And I also want to, extend the sheet that is blocking them from the ever-increasing number of teenage boys who are peering over the way. And our friends, the guys on the other side, start to hear the party, and they want to come over because it sounds so much more fun than their side. So they try to sneak in, and Moha's aunties send them away. They try to come back. nobody here but us ladies. Doesn't work. And Moha's cousins and sisters and aunties are trying to get me to dance. And I'm thinking, I got the scarf around the waist, I'm dancing, I'm fine. The last thing I want to do is screw up more at this wedding. I don't want to be that one Mzungu, that one white girl who became super offensive or stood out. This is about his sister, this is about his family. But they're saying, no, dance with us. And I'm trying to be a good wedding guest. So they say, do your hips. And I was like, okay. Their hips are flying. And I'm like, okay, I learned that if I can keep one foot up, I can sort of keep that hip going. But then there's one of these going on, and I'm like, okay, I can do these, but then you got to do them together, so I've got these going on. But I'm not used to this much isolation, so at some point it kind of gets away from me, but I'm riding it out, and it comes back, and there's a hollering, and there's yipping, and I'm getting booty bumps from his aunties, and all of a sudden the women part, and the burqa floats towards me, and I'm just like, I have screwed up. Science, sports, dancing, this is on the list of things I am not supposed to do. And she comes towards me, and I'm already practicing my apology. She swings her hand back and slaps me on the backside. And from behind the veil, I can hear, "Shake your ass, my dear, shake your ass." And from that point on, I can say I joyfully shook my ass with my many global friends, Moha's aunties, cousins. The next day, Moha called me on the phone and said, "My aunties want to know if your body hurts." Apparently, there were 5 minutes of the family home video that was me doing that. And I said, yes, Moha, yes, it does. Thank you.